Well, guys, Mafit, to be honest with you, this was not my intention. I just wanted to give you guys, my line of prediction, and then just spawn with Sasa. How can we, play against Marcus FC? We might take them small, but they might surprise us, especially since they've managed to. Let's not talk much about it, but yeah, to be honest, Mafit, this was not my intention. But now I've just seen something interesting, something in terms of that incident of Pulemodi. I'm still trying to understand, but I don't know how to feel, to be honest. I don't know how to feel Bafetu. But this incident right here, it's something I thought to Narajani. It was 50-50. We were supposed to get a penalty on Pulemodi, and also Lucas Ribeiro was supposed to get a penalty. But hey, Bafetu, to a lot of you out there who have those many questions and asking yourselves what happened, why did we not get a penalty? This is what Davik had to say. Let's just listen.
Kaizer Chiefs fans were not mad, they were not angry, they were actually quite okay. The guys were saying, "Aye, go one nil." They were. It almost seemed as if you were at ease and you were happy that it wasn't worse than 1-0. Did I read it wrong? Definitely the ones I've spoken to were within accordance of what I'm saying. And then you have your coach after the match speaking about, he's got offers, he can go, he's choosing to be here. They could be paying him 3 times that away from Kaizer Chiefs. And then you add to the fact that this is the worst run for Kaizer Chiefs after 19 games. They've lost 8. Never before in PSL history have, after 20 games, Kaizer Chiefs have lost 8 of those. I'd love to hear from you. But before that, let's hear from Tatane. Your voice notes on 060-552-7303. Your calls, I see them coming in. If you want to make it onto the show, I say this all the time. Call early. 086-00-02160. Tatane, what do you have?
Yeah, we're going into Marumo Gallant and Pirates. There's a ball that was headed by Zindonga into the Pirates goal. We saw a save by the Pirates goalkeeper, Chine. Did it cross the line or not?
Let's say it right. It's Chain.
Yeah, Chain. Now, we look at all angles, because Law 10 talks about the whole circumference of the ball crossing over the goal line between the 2 upright posts beneath or under the crossbar. Now, when we look at it, we look at all angles. We could not find a conclusive angle that could tell us the ball has clearly crossed the line. There's one angle called optical illusion, where you look at it from another angle. It looks like it has crossed the line, but that is not the right angle that we want to look, because we have to look at it from the goal line angle. So when you go to the goal line angle, we can't find conclusive evidence that indeed the ball crossed the line. So such incidents or such situation, we refer them to goal line technology, because that is the only one that can give us conclusive angle. But from our replays, we could not find that conclusive angle, because some says it should have been 3-0. We will say 2-0. We are happy with 2-0 because we can't find an angle to get the next goal to be 3. So 2-0 is the final score. Right. Let's go to, on the same game, we also need to commend the Pirates medical department. There was a collision between Kagiso Mlambo, the goalkeeper of Marumo, and Mabocha. That collision was so serious and severe. But who was in there first to try and save life was the Pirates medical team. So irrespective of who, the doctors, we need to commend them when they do the right thing to save life, because life is more important than football. So this is just to commend the medical department. Now we move over to Chiefs Sundowns. The first one, 40th minute goal by Ribeiro. Some say it was offside. We had a look at it. We drew the line. And when you drew the line, remember offside, the attacker or Reyners must be nearer to his opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second last opponent. So now when you check, there's a Dove who play him onside. So there's no offside. Well, the goal, we can't talk about it because it was such a beauty. But then in terms of the loss of the game and offside situation, we try to look and check all angles when you draw the line. Dove put Reyners on side. Right, we're going to the next one on the same match. One tell I got the salad, but it's fine. That's my job to take.
Okay, so the Sundowns goal onside.
Yes, onside.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Then we go into there's two situations here, two penalty appeal.
Okay.
One by Dove on Ribeiro.
Yeah.
Right. The other one was is it Murena or on Modi?
It's Mudau.
Mudau, yes.
So let's go to the first one. Ribeiro down in the box. Dove is the defender.
Yes, there was holding Ma'a in that situation because the hand was all over Ribeiro. But then football talk about what we call impact. Does that hand have an impact? The answer is no. So that's why the referee did not give a penalty for Sundowns because there is no impact in that situation. So
rightful decision.
Rightful decision. We're going into Modi one where he was pushed. Again, he managed to kick the ball. The referee felt that there is no impact. So football, when hands are used, there must be an impact. So when there's no impact, and then the referee won't give. That's how they were taught. And I tried to take this trip to SAFA, even to FIFA, to IFAB, to try and get second opinion on this. They both agreed that there's no impact. So it's not only my decision.
How do you judge impact then? Because, I'm trying to kick the ball. I'm precisely standing in, the ball is in position for me to kick it a certain way. Any slight touch, takes me off my mark, does it not?
Impact, it means it must prevent you from playing. So if you are able to play, you have not been prevented. So it must clearly prevent you from playing the ball. So
even if the defender does not attempt to play the ball?
Even if the defender does not attempt to play the ball, but once you are able to play the ball, the referee will look at that and say, no, was he able to play the ball?
Mufokeng was able to play the ball.
Remember,
after who was it?
Njabulo Blom.
After Blom touched him, he was able to play the ball.
It's a different situation, different situation in the sense that an offense was committed, holding with impact, where they turn him. Remember when they turn him?
Yeah.
When they touch him, there was nothing. But when they turn him, that's where the impact comes in. Now he was unable to get control of the ball in that situation. So here, if you look at Modi still had control of the ball. He managed to take a shot. So when he took a shot, and then unfortunately his shot went wide. So, and if you check, Modi did not even complain because he did not feel that impact that we normally talk about, that these hands made an impact for me not to play the ball. He just walked out and went away because there was no impact.
So was it telling then that none of the Kaizer Chiefs players demonstrated, even Modi himself didn't demonstrate?
Not even a single player went to the referee and say foul, because they could see there was no impact.
All right, so there it is. It's 1846. Mazolo has delivered what he came here for. He continues with more news when we get to Soccer Zone this evening, 10 o'clock on SABC 1, 9 o'clock on SABC Sport. The referee, Shilo Sagusaseke, as is known to you and your loved ones, Victor Hlungwane, has also given us his thoughts on some of the topics. He'll carry on with a lot more when we get to Soccer Zone as well. We cannot cover between the two shows everything in one spot. We divide them up so we cover as many as possible. I couldn't even get through the sporting weekend's moments. Now it's over to you.
All right. Now, for me, guys, I think I'm happy with Andile because he managed to ask him but the same incident with Njabulo Blom and Mfukeng, he had a play, even though Modi did not complain. For me, I think he said, okay, coach has talked with them, and then if ever you see that there's a foul and it's not given at the same time at the spot, then just forget about it and move on. Into Bentley's issue, we should just forget about Indabama penalty because every time, whenever there's infringement, nothing happens in terms of our referee. I don't know whether they do get punished, but from my side of things, I don't see that punishment. So that is something that we've talked about, and I'm happy Andile is asking him, Maramfitu, last time you said this, and then today you are saying this. Well, for me, Mafitu, I still think and still believe that was a foul, because there was push and he did not attempt to play the ball. He was inside the 18 yard area, meaning obviously we were supposed to get a penalty, but according to Doug Vick, he says otherwise. So now let's just wait for the guy who's unbiased when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs. He just talks straight fact. Now we are going to talk about Ace Ngcobo, which I know he's going to come a bit later on. So probably tomorrow, before I give you the lineup, I will start by his thoughts on what he's saying, and then later on I can give you how is my lineup, because lineup prediction, because tomorrow we're going to play at around 7:30. I'm 100% sure about that with Emakesi FC. Now, home stadium, we are going back to FNB Stadium, Naranjani. That's where we are, home. Even though now I've heard that Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates match has been moved to FNB Stadium, meaning they will play there. I think it's for the Nedbank Cup, I'm not sure, but around May 8th. So May 8th we are playing Nedbank Cup. I'm not sure. I don't have all the details, but to check and then give it to you. But for now, that's all I had for you, Bafetu. I hope you have a lovely night. For me, that was a penalty. Nothing can change. Doesn't matter. Giwale, le or le. Doesn't matter. That was a penalty.